Hello everyone and thanks for watching. I'm your host, Mr. Transparent. In recent years, the debate over mental health care in North America has reached a critical point. With the closing of many long-term mental care hospitals, there has been a shift towards short-term care facilities that are simply not equipped to handle the complex needs of those suffering from severe and persistent mental illness. It is time to address the dire need to bring back long-term care hospitals for those individuals who require ongoing treatment and support. Short-term care may be suitable for individuals experiencing a temporary crisis, but for those with chronic mental illness such as depression, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder, these facilities are simply not effective.
Bipolar disorder, also known as manic depressive illness, is a mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings that include periods of mania and depression. The exact number of people in Canada who have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder is difficult to determine due to the often complex and varied nature of the illness. However, according to the Canadian Mental Health Association, it is estimated that approximately 1% of Canadians are affected by bipolar disorder. This means that out of Canada's population of over 37 million people, around 370,000 individuals may be living with this condition. It is important to note that bipolar disorder can affect males and females of all ages and backgrounds, and the symptoms can vary widely from person to person. This makes it essential for those affected by the disorder to seek proper diagnosis and treatment from qualified mental health professionals. By raising awareness and providing long-term support for those in need, we can help to support individuals living with bipolar disorder and promote good mental health for all Canadians.
These illnesses require long-term treatment and care as they cannot be resolved overnight or with a quick fix. Without access to appropriate long-term care, individuals with these conditions are often left to fend for themselves on the streets without medication, support, or even a place to call home. The prevalence of mental illness in North America, especially in Canada, has reached crisis levels. According to the Canadian Mental Health Association, 1 in 5 Canadians will experience a mental health crisis in any given year. Despite these alarming statistics, the resources available for those in need of mental health care are severely lacking. This has led to a situation where many individuals suffering from mental illness are left to cope on their own, leading to devastating consequences.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Smash that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Your support keeps the good vibes coming. Thanks, you're awesome. Now back to the fun.
We all know mental health is spiraling out of control. We see the ads from around the globe.
Yeah. I have migraines, numbness, weight loss. I live with it every day. The illness that I'm suffering from is an anxiety disorder, and it deserves to be treated like any other illness. But it's not.
Did you see soon? Yeah. Oi, oi, Jonesy. Saturday will go down in history. 4-0, mate. Oh, man, I'm still waking from the weekend. I used to swap with the keeper. What'd you get up to?
I spent the last 48 hours staring at a wall. Linda, she's gone and left me. The banks, well, they're moving in on the house. And, my daughter, she barely speaks to me anymore. To be honest with you, mate, I think I'm this close to ending it all.
Hello, Gary. Good weekend?
Yeah. Pretty quiet. Just pottering, really.
Yeah. You look pretty exhausted. To be honest, I'm really worried about you, mate. You're not the usual lively Gary that used to having around. You know you can talk to me. I've been there myself a while back. You should come down 30 this week. We're always looking for extra heads.
No.
Go on.
All right, maybe. I suppose you think you've got the skills in, yeah?
No, mate. I'm crap. Actually, we're all pretty rubbish. But it's a good laugh.
Yeah, go on then.
Good man. Anyway, 4 ill, don't you, right? Absolutely livid. Nutmeg him twice, and then he just got to a total swap.
Easy done, though, right?
Easy done. Great, mate. 5 past going this week, eh?
Yes, many governments around the world are recognizing mental health as a significant crisis. For instance, the United States has outlined a strategy to address the national mental health crisis, highlighting the increasing rates of anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues, especially among youth. If you only read the headlines, you'll miss the full scope of the problem. While mental illness, including addictions, has become more top of mind for the media and Canadians in general over the past few years, it's fair to say that most people still don't have a true understanding of just how big, onerous, and potentially damaging the crisis really is, on both a societal and personal level. The numbers simply don't lie. It's a global problem, and we are not immune. According to the World Health Organization, around 450 million people currently struggle with mental illness, making it the leading cause of disability worldwide. Here at home, it affects more than 6.7 million of us. In fact, 1 in 2 Canadians have or have had a mental illness by the time they reach 40 years of age. Alarming statistics like this only underscore the need for all of us to get involved in one way or another. Mental illness is a leading cause of disability in this country, preventing nearly 500,000 employed Canadians from attending work each week. To make matters worse, the cost of disability leave as a result of mental illness is about double the cost of leave due to physical illness. All in, the economic burden of mental illness in Canada is an estimated $51 billion per year, including healthcare costs, lost productivity, and reductions in health-related quality of life. We must take mental illness seriously and stop pandering to those who minimize or ignore the symptoms of mental illness. Delusions of alternate genders and body mutilation is a hot topic. It is crucial that we recognize and address abnormal behavior that may indicate an underlying mental health issue, rather than brushing it off as insignificant. Look at it as calls for help. By taking these steps, we can begin to make meaningful changes to the way mental health care is delivered and ensure that those in need receive the support and treatment they deserve.
I'm a little trans girl, small and cute. These are my pigtails, yes, they're real. If I get all steamed up, I can hoe. That tippy over part sounds kind of inappropriate though, so I'm going to stop the song there and keep it kid-friendly. For all my young followers out there, stay proud, stay beautiful, and stay kind. Bye.
It is not uncommon for individuals with untreated mental illness to turn to street drugs as a means of self-medication, causing their symptoms to worsen and putting themselves at risk of harm. In some cases, individuals may become a danger to themselves or others, leading to criminal behavior that lands them in jail. In other tragic cases, individuals may be killed by police due to their erratic behavior, which stems from their untreated mental illness. Let's look back at these examples.
It's happened again. A man in the middle of a mental health crisis and off his medication calls police for help, and the results are deadly. A 40-year-old man suffering from bipolar disorder is dead after a confrontation with Blaine police.
18-year-old Keith Bidell struggled with schizophrenia. He wasn't violent. All they wanted was help getting him to treatment. Seconds later, the officer shot and killed him.
Murdered our son for no reason.
Another death, another protest. This one for Ijaz Chowdhury, the 62-year-old father of 4 who on the weekend was in crisis.
My uncle was a harmless man. He had no power to hurt anyone.
Chowdhury's family says on Saturday they called a non-emergency number hoping for help.
You're in a mental health crisis, and you're faced by people with guns, people with body armor, people with authority over you.
Peel Regional Police today offered condolences and asked for patience during the investigation.
We demand a public inquiry into what took place, and we also demand that the officer involved in shooting our uncle is removed immediately from Peel Police.
To question the logic of having heavily armed agents of the state conducting so-called wellness checks. Over the past 2 decades, studies have shown that about 70% of the people in this country who are killed by police officers have either mental health issues and or substance abuse issues. 70% of the persons killed by police.
It is clear that the current approach to mental health care is failing those who need it most, leaving our most vulnerable, our children, in the path of creeps who are clearly mentally ill.
Another blaring example, drag queen story time. It's happening in Canada and America, where some public schools and libraries invite drag queens, some dressed like torn demons, to read to young children.
We must advocate for the reinstatement of long-term mental care hospitals, where individuals can receive the ongoing treatment and support they require. Governments must prioritize mental health care and allocate the necessary resources to ensure that no one is left behind. Thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Transparent. Hit like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you next time.